Shirk. Shirk, paganism, polytheism, or idol worship is to worship someone other than Allah, or with Allah, to worship someone with Allah, or to ascribe the attributes of Allah to other than Him, to give other than Allah the attributes of Allah, and vice versa, to give Allah the attributes of the creations. The Thanawiyah, the dualists, said there are two gods. The Christians said three. And then others said more than that, like the Hindus and the old Greeks. They said many, many. Allah said about it, about shirk, وَإِذْ قَالَ لُقْمَانُ لِابْنِهِ وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ يَا بُنَيَّ. And when Luqman said to his son while advising him, while preaching to him, while lecturing him, Ya bunay, oh my small son, yani my beloved son. Oh my son, la tushrik billah, do not commit shirk. Do not associate partners with Allah. Inna shirka la zulmun azim. Indeed, shirk is a great injustice. The greatest right of Allah upon His slaves is for them to recognize His oneness and not to give partners to Him. Whoever practices shirk is a mushrik, a pagan or a polytheist. Among the pagans are those who worshipped idols with varying shapes, including faces, as mentioned in the Quran. Said ayah, maybe I have it on deck really quick for you here. Allah says, وَتَرَاهُمْ يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَيْكَ وَهُمْ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ. That's ayah 198 of Surah Al-A'raf. It means, oh Muhammad, you would see those idols as if they are looking at you, because they carved eyes into them and depicted them glancing into a direction. Yet they do not see. So, among the pagans are those who worshipped idols with varying shapes. Some worshipped men like the pharaoh. Some worship anything that has a nice shape. And they are among the Hululiyah. The Hululiyah, who believe that God dwells within the bodies of His slaves. So they are mushriks and likeners also. Some worshipped the sun, the moon, and the stars, or any of them. Some worshipped specific stars. Among them are those who worship the devil, wal-'iyadhu billah, and some worship cows, and many other things like rats. You ever saw the Hindus in the rat temple? They got the rats everywhere, and they put the milk for the rats, and then they come barefoot so they don't step on the rats, and they let the rats nibble on their toes and stuff in their beliefs that to get the blessings. And you know, there's rat droppings floating around in the milk, and they drink that for blessings. The ones who worship the cows, they rub themselves with the excrement of the cows for blessings. The devil has misguided them. Some worship the angels and said that they are the daughters of Allah. Those are the people Allah had described when He said, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ لَيُسَمُّونَ الْمَلَائِكَةَ تَسْمِيَةَ الْأُنثَى. Those who do not believe in the afterlife certainly give the angels the names of females. They name the angels with female names, female naming. Tashbih, likening Allah to the creation, is shirk. like describing Allah as an event, a hadith, something created, or with vanishing, describing him with vanishing, which Prophet Ibrahim refuted when he said, La uhibbul afilin, I do not love the things that set, that fade away, that go away. Or describing him as being a body, or having a color or a shape. Some believe that Allah dwells in bodies or in beautiful shapes. Those are hululiyah. Similar is to believe that the entire world is God, which is among the most abhorrent of blasphemies. And those are Ahlul Wahdah, the people of the absolute unity. They believe that God is the world and the world is God. Among the examples of this type of blasphemy is believing that Allah is an illumination or a soul. Also, the Shaykh documented as cases of likening Allah to the creations. I'd actually like to document this here. The Shaykh, may Allah have mercy on him, also documents as cases of likening, objecting to Allah by saying, why would he punish a slave for what he willed for the slave to do? Or saying, my Shaykh has 99 names for getting the prayers answered. A person would give partners to Allah when saying that the slave creates his own deeds. That's also shirk, believing that the slave creates his own deeds. Abul-Muzaffar says in the explanation of the hadith, Al-Qadariyatu majuthu hadhihi al-ummah, the Qadariyah are the Majus of this nation. He said, he, meaning the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, only likened them, those who deny destiny, to the Majus because the Majus ascribe some destining to Yazdan and some of it to Ahriman. They say some destining, yani creating, is from Yazdan and some creating is from Ahriman, which is the name of the devil. Thus, they have confirmed a destining that opposes the destining of the Creator and said that it is possible for one of those destinies to take place over the other. Likewise, the Qadariyah have confirmed two destinings and that it is possible for one of them to take place instead of the other. They claimed that the destining of the Lord becomes impossible by virtue of the destining of the slave, because they say Allah willed for everyone to be good, Allah willed for everyone to be a guided, pious believer, and Allah only commanded what is good. They say what he willed is what he commanded, and he only commanded obedience and piety and belief. So that's what he willed, obedience and piety and belief. They say he did not command evil and disobedience and blasphemy, so he didn't will for that. They say rather it was the slave who willed for that, and so when the slave wills for the evil, his will, his destining, his choosing his own destiny has defied the destining of Allah, who willed for him only the good. That's their belief. They claimed that the destining of the Lord becomes impossible by virtue of the destining of the slave. Then they surpassed the Majus, the deniers of destiny, for the Majus have only made, in opposition to his destining, one destiny. Yani, they said there's two. The light, which is the good, the creator of good, and the dark, which is the creator of evil. And they, the Qadariyah, they made in opposition to his destining, to the destining of God, the destining of every living thing, human and otherwise. So that's a big shirk. That's shirk from one perspective, and it's atheism from another perspective. So that's very deep blasphemy, the denial of destiny. May Allah protect us. One might commit shirk while making an oath, another, like to make an oath for a wali. This means that the person intends by his oath to gain a higher status from that wali instead of gaining it from Allah. This means that he believes that this wali fulfills the needs and removes the hardships. So he's a worshipper of that wali. He's a mushrik. He's ignorant. This is different from fulfilling an oath and granting the reward to the soul of that wali. That's not shirk. Seeking a higher status from Allah and hoping that Allah would fulfill the needs and lift the hardships. Such a deed is permissible. وَسُبْحَانَ اللَّهِ وَبِحَمْدِهِ